When I was in grade 8, that'd be 71, 72, somewhere around there, I was already starting to ride my bike out to the countryside and go camping. One of the camping tools that I took with me was a machete. And a friend of mine knew that I had a machete, and he knew how useful it was. And he wanted to borrow it. I think my friend's name was Brad. So I loaned it to Brad for a weekend, and he went on his trip, came back, and then he phoned me up and he says, okay, you can get your machete back. So I walked over to his house and I got the machete. On the way back, I decided I'm going to pretend to be 007 with my machete. And how old are you when you're in grade 8? That's 12 years old? Okay, so how to be 007 with a machete. Well, what you do is you sneak around and you run from one hiding spot to another. Now, on the way home, in between me and Brad's place, there is a water reservoir. A water reservoir is like a really flat-topped hill that's maybe 20 feet high, maybe a bit more, all the way around the edge, but it's like a plateau. Once you're on top, it's all flat, and then there's a little air vent or something at the top. So I decided I'm going to run from a fence, somebody's backyard fence, and then I'm going to run across, looking left and looking right, hide behind the air vent, which is a tiny little blocky structure that you can sit on top. I'd hide there, and then look around, look left, look right, and then I'd run from there down to some other fence or whatever and hide. Now, right beside this water reservoir was an apartment block with, it's 3 or 4 stories tall. And there's all these people who have their living room window looking out over the water reservoir. Didn't bother me. I wanted to hide from all those people anyway. So I'm hiding and running with my machete. And then I get down into the Kildare parking lot. And I hear this, whoo, it's a cop car. I thought, oh crap. And at this point I had the machete stuffed into my jacket with just the handle sticking out. And he goes, what are you doing there, young man? 2 cops in the car. These were the old yellow and white cop cars in Edmonton. And I stopped. And the cop says, what are you doing? I said, I'm just walking home from my friend's house. He says, what do you got there in your jacket? I said, it's a machete. He says, well, can I have a look at it? So I pulled it out of my jacket and I handed it to him. Now, he's not in any kind of a defensive posture. I mean, I could have taken that machete and just rammed it right into the car, right in the cop's face, and while he's sitting in the car. Like, he's not afraid of me or whatever. Fine. So I handed it to him, of course, handle first. And he looks at it and goes, what do you need this for? And I said, well, it's for camping. I just loaned it to a friend. I was bringing it home. Did you use this? And I said, well, no, because my friend had it. He says, it's got blood on it. It's even got blood on it. Look at that, dried blood. I said, well, I didn't kill anything with it, but I don't know, maybe my friend did. So he gave it back to me. He says, well, be careful. Don't be walking around with that thing. Oh, yeah, right. He says, well, why are you hiding? And I think I told him. I said, oh, I was just playing around. I didn't want to tell him I was pretending to be 007. Of course, I've never seen a 007 movie where he has a machete and he's hiding from people. So the cop says, well, don't be walking around with that thing. I said, okay, let me have it back. And then I just walked home. I got caught.